So back to Cosby. Like I was saying, similar to Tiger Woods, all these girls and women are coming in the commercial, and yes, they may have consented. A lot of it's just nobody knows the situation personally. You don't know the women, you don't know Bill Cosby. You just go based off what you know and your past experience on certain things, on similar situations, right? So there have been times where I've been with people and in a party, and like people have a higher status of whatever, right? So, and in girls, they're around, but they feel uncomfortable to do things, but they partake in certain things just because they want to be seen as cool, right, or they don't want to be seen as a party pooper, right?
They want to be in the in crowd.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, to me, if you see, like, I'm not doing nothing I don't want to do. I've been around, I don't smoke weed. I've been around parties where people are smoking weed and I've never partook in it. I've left because I didn't feel comfortable. I don't want to be around it, right? It's not all people are like that. Some people, especially with someone who, like Bill Cosby, who just is America's dad essentially at one point, you want to be hanging around, you want to be seen as cool.
You're the top black guy actor.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
so
without a doubt.
So a lot of times you do things you wouldn't normally do in your everyday life to be seen as cool, to not be seen as the party pooper. And then you look back in your life and you're like, yo, that was dumb. I never did anything. And then you regret it. And then you come back and say, well, I felt coerced. I felt pressured. When if I'm sitting, you can't put fault on me because you feel like you need to do certain things to be around me. That is not my problem. Okay. That's not my responsibility.
With
that
respect to what you're saying,
you know what I mean? Like
did you read any of the?
I did.
Okay.
And that's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that's the case for all women.
No,
I'm just saying
the ones that were the things that led to these court cases were the situations where they spoke to these women separately. Mm-hmm. So they did not have contact or even know of each other before these official reports were filed. It was the similarities, it was the methodology towards each case where you have a woman who may have been working in the same situation with Bill Cosby or an early actor who's essentially building their career. And yeah, someone like Bill Cosby, he takes you out, you're part of the same work environment. And what he would do, take him out, come back to my place, I'm going to make you a drink. He puts drugs in the drink, gives it to them. They wake up a couple hours later, half naked. And this is a consistent methodology that's happening.
Yeah.
It's consistent. Separate women. And we're talking about now the ones that were in court that we know of then. And even before that, when I can't remember if it was Time or there was a big publication who basically spoke to the 40 plus women and asked them all for their story.
Right.
And there were very consistent similarities to all of their stories as the three that were on file for this court
and
case.
These are the accounts that he's been prosecuted on.
Yeah.
30 years.
In that case, it's at that point where you have this many accusations and all of them seem to follow a certain pattern. I can't just look at it as these women were in the life. This is a sign of the times. Like, no, it's more than that, because when we look for any type of ill behavior, whether it be in a rapist, like a serial rapist, a serial killer, anything, you look for the pattern, you look for the methodology, you look for the 1, 2, 3 that each of them take in order to understand not only them, but to help prevent in the future.
Of course.
I can't look at everything that these women have said, the patterns that have been consistent with everything they've said, and look at Cosby and
not think he did it.
Yeah, like it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I have a situation.
Especially now him going through court and they found him guilty on 3 felony counts.
Mm-hmm. Well, he pled guilty, you're saying, right?
No, he didn't plead guilty, but there was in part of the proceedings where he admitted to drugging women.
My thing with Cosby, it has nothing actually really to do with the drugging women. Yes, it's bad.
Of course.
But a lot of these women know that.
Well, a lot of these women probably were drug users themselves too.
That's part of it.
That's beside the point.
And that
is beside the point.
But listen to what I have to say. Listen to what I have to say.
Beside the point.
Listen to what I have to say. What I'm saying is a lot of these women know the game. Back then, they knew what the game was. That's not right. What you're saying, it's not right. It shouldn't happen, but that's how it was back then. It's not like that now.
So people do drugs now.
Huh?
People do drugs now.
Yeah, but now they call it out. Back then, they weren't calling that out because that wasn't normal for them. Now today is a different day. What I'm trying to say now with Cosby, the reason why I have such animosity towards him is because and it all started when his son he got killed. I don't care what anyone says that his son got shot or whatever. It was a drug deal gone bad. People from Illinois knew that his son was a drug user. Same thing like his daughter. They were both heavy drug users, and it was a drug deal gone bad. And he started blaming black people for this, and
Let's
that's where.
That's everything with allegedly.
It's not allegedly.
We for legal purposes, it's allegedly.
He's going to jail, so anything allegedly with him.
No, I'm saying about the children. We're talking about the children here. It's all alleged.
All I'm saying is that, and after when that happened, that's when he started blaming black people. Oh, you should raise your pants, making fun of black names, all something like. Dude, you need to chill out because you've been raping people for years. People from the 90s, comedians been saying this, but no one really paying attention. But now with the Me Too movement,
you're upset about the hypocrisy of it.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's the thing. And I've known about the Bill Cosby rape since before Mad TV was on the air, and Ari Spears actually brought it on Mad TV show that he about Bill Cosby and how he was. Like know.
Honestly.
They
Hannibal
know.
Buress' joke is what got the ball rolling.
And that's the thing. And my thing with Cosby is
we have to thank Hannibal Buress for his exceptional work in the community.
And that's the thing. My thing with Cosby is like,
he's a legend.
Don't talk bad about people when you've done bad yourself, especially to your own people. It's like people who supported your show for so many years and everything.
But
like
the notion of him saying that we should wear pants on our waist. Maybe the way he went about it, but some of the stuff is not really bashing us.
Not everything he said was bashing, but it was very condescending. It's like Ray Lewis going to people, saying to people, the kids.
You talk about Ray Lewis.
No, but it goes to the same thing. Ray Lewis was saying to all the families, "Oh, you should get your children home. Keep them home. They shouldn't be out on the streets." 2 weeks later, his son is accused of raping a girl. I'm like, dude. Don't talk about other people when your shit is not in order. Yeah. Like, don't do that. And you're going to get caught on it every single time. And that's why I don't like Cosby. Fucking Huxtable.
My whole thing is...
Shout out to Claire Huxtable. You can't blame all of the Huxtables for what he did.
Yeah, I mean, she supports him too.
Claire Huxtable. Nah, but I'm saying the mom was one of the OG 90s moms.
My whole thing is, I don't like the fact that the way that people are going about berating him. Like, you can't, that one situation doesn't take away from his whole existence. He's not.
Yes, it does. Fuck him.
Continue.
You can't say that.
Yes, I can. Fuck him.
He can say whatever he want, whether you agree or not. He's a free speech. He's allowed to say what he wants. I personally, I could differentiate the person.
To be able to.
No, because it's all about.
I can, but I won't.
No, it's all about intellectual consistency. At the end of the day, people are going to rock with who they like. Yeah. Chris Brown went and did what he did back then in the day. People still bumping his music to this day. Freaky Friday is one of the bombest tracks out right now. I love that song.
But you know what's the difference with
Thank you. These hoes ain't loyal. But there's no difference.
There's no difference with that was when Chris Brown did what he did, he got reprimanded for it. He served whatever he had to serve, and then he was smart enough to just shut his fucking mouth, go into the shadows for a bit, and let the fire that was on him die out. And even to this day,
he went on Good Morning America,
but what I'm saying is, like, people still scorn him and bring it up.
Of course.
But at least we know when the situation that happened with Chris Brown and Rihanna happened, Chris Brown had to go through the fire before he was allowed to come back.
No, that's not true, because people were still rocking with him. People were still bumping his music.
Look,
Michael Jackson was touching little boys.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
and look,
people
allegedly, whatever.
Allegedly. But people will.
He had a Ferris wheel in his backyard.
We've seen the worst of the worst. Look, Donald Trump, we know everything he's done, and he still has supporters.
Yeah.
People love assholes. It is what it is.
Yep.
But at a certain point, you just have to look at your moral stance and have accountability and responsibility for how you view your morals. My moral stance is fuck Bill Cosby.
Of course, but I'm just saying you need to hold the same you need to put everyone at the same standard.
I do.
No, you don't, because you still.
Yes, I do.
When was the last time you listened to a Chris Brown track? You still bump his music? You downloaded his new album?
It's been a while. No, I didn't download it.
No, I'm saying would you download
I was never really a huge Chris Brown fan anyway.
Okay, that's irrelevant. Like, it's the same exact thing. You have to
it's
hold
like I
people
was
to
telling
the
you
same
with
standard.
R.Kelly.
So you don't bump no R.Kelly record?
I do not listen to R.Kelly.
I do.
Period.
But you listen to 6ix9ine though.
I listened
Takash?
to it.
Tekashi.
The only reason I listened to it is because of the Breakfast Club interview where.
But he also pled guilty.
He's a pedophile.
Well, no,
he's a kid.
No, he explained the
He's
situation.
21.
He explained the situation.
Who's he
Because
smashing?
I never listened to anything of his until I saw him and he explained. And look, I've told you guys on this many times, I take you by your word. And considering, look, he's not on the sex offenders list. As far as the court system is concerned, his name is cleared. I got to take you at your word. If you say the situation was you had
a minor in a video,
he had a minor in a video, they had whatever sexual related. They didn't even say they
never
had sex.
They never had sex.
So whatever happened, it was just that you had a minor in a video and something happened that almost fucked you over.
Yeah, but he also said that he was in a pressurized situation.
Yeah.
Had public attorney.
Dude, he was broke as shit.
You're right. So he just admitted to it.
Going up against the system, and he's scared out of his life.
Plus, the girl was a runaway from a group home.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot of shit that he was doing.
Story before with porn stars and shit like that.
But as black people, we've heard the situations of people of color getting fucked over by the system. We've heard it.
That's why everyone loves OJ.
We know it.
Except he's the only one who beat it.
But that's what I mean. Like, we know that situation where it's like you're going in for something and they're hitting you with time and laws that are worse than the original reason you're there.
No,
we've heard that and seen. Like, I know people personally who've been through that.
You brought up OJ, and like. Black people don't like OJ. Black people like the fact that OJ got off because he beat the system.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he beat the system.
Yeah.
No, everyone knows OJ did it. Everyone knows that shit.
He said he did it.
OJ knows. He goes to his.
What if I did it?
No, he slid.
He goes to his ex. To this day they say he goes to his ex-wife graves and cusses her out.
No, he slipped out.
That's how crazy he is.
And he was talking. He started off the interview speaking in, like, was it second person?
Yeah.
And then he started speaking in first person. So that's why he did it.
I think he has CTE, but
No, but
of course he does.
No, but moral of the story is my whole thing. Whether it's Bill Cosby, whether it's OJ, whether it's Chris Brown, whether it's R.Kelly, people need to keep need to be socially and intellectually consistent. Yeah. You can't say one thing bothers you and then the same circumstances with another person happens and then say, well, they're making excuses.
Which is why R.Kelly is next.
That's why I say O.J. Simpson is a piece of shit, but I still remember the juice.
I'm gonna step in the name of justice when we get R.Kelly's ass.
I still remember the juice.
No, again, anybody who does something wrong, Bill Cosby, you fucked up. You need to go to jail. I'm sorry. That's going to be the rest of his life. 30 years. He's already 80-something, 90-something. That's going to be the rest of his life.
Bro, you're Bill Cosby. Why you got to drug women, man?
Yeah, but also, like,
because that's just what does.
If you're into necrophilia, just find a woman who's into necrophilia too.
A lot. This didn't happen 2-3 years ago.
This happened where people was doing drugs.
Yes.
Drugs was prevalent.
People do drugs now. What's your point, bro?
It's not the same.
This is where
how is it not the same?
It's not the same.
How?
People back then weren't doing.
You're saying because people use drugs, it's okay?
I'm not saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that these
people using drugs and you drugging someone.
That's not what we're saying.
It's not the same.
But it was a different type of lifestyle back then. We could admit to that.
How? How exactly was it different? How exactly was the lifestyle different?
Dude, if you're taking if you're taking drugs in secret, you're gonna take it much more than you're doing it in public. You're gonna do it much more in public. PCP Angel Dust
back then weren't doing drugs in public.
No, they weren't.
But
like people didn't know Rick James was doing cocaine all the time.
Yeah, but we don't see Rick James doing that on stage. But Rick James was doing that like a hell of a lot in the back.
Come on, man.
That's how it was.
Dude, Woodstock. We all knew everybody was doing drugs, man. Come on.
See them doing
this wasn't a fucking secret.
Did you see it?
We're acting like back. No. People respected their privacy more back then. I'll say that much. But you're talking about drug use as if drugging somebody.
No, but let me say what I have to say.
Go ahead.
What you're arguing is that use is more common. Everybody could get it. Back in Bill Cosby days, you had to have money to get that shit.
It's not even about that.
No, hold on.
Go ahead.
So when
nickels and dimes still cost the same, bro.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So when some of these women or anybody go to these high life parties, they're going there for that benefit. Mm-hmm. Accessibility. You watch a lot of these kingpin documentaries or even them talking after coming out of jail, they will tell you. Like they used to, socialize with the big crowd because
okay, I get that, but what does that have to do
I'll
with
explain.
You drugging
No, but
someone?
I'm gonna explain.
And so my whole thing is, like, yeah, he did something bad. But my problem with all of this is these women living normal lives. for a long fucking period of time, and then coming out of the woodworks.
It wasn't out of the woodworks. A lot of these accusations happened back then as well, which is why the 40 plus weren't tried. They came out, like those stories were already there. It was already known. That's why Hannibal Buress made the joke, because he knew about these things that happened.
When would these
those three were more recent, and the statute of limitations wasn't up. That's why they were able to take it.
Hannibal Buress made that joke because Bill Cosby took shots at him.
Yeah.
Hannibal Buress wasn't saying nothing about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was saying nothing. But to attest to Jay's point, right? The difference between back then and now, everybody knew drugs have been around forever. Everybody back then knew everyone was doing drugs, but it wasn't prevalent. And what I mean by prevalent is that it wasn't glorified in media.
Yeah.
It wasn't glorified as it is now in music as a leisure thing. If rappers back in the day were talking about drugs, they were talking about, this is my lifestyle. This is what I do to put food on the table, to keep, this is my life. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna pop a Zan because it's Tuesday.
I get that.
That's what I'm saying. So let me just finish. So
saying it's not prevalent is wrong, because
but you're saying everybody
all know
knew
about the booming crack era that happened.
Everybody, but you're saying this.
Crack era happened like.
But here's what, what you're saying is
these accusations were before Bill.
What you're saying, what you're saying is
70s and 80s, bro.
No, but what you're saying is Matt, is that it's everybody knew, of course, but socially. It wasn't documented like that. And you said to respect people's privacy. So it's like, okay, you invite Hollywood knows it's a huge drug field. Everybody, oh, that's what they do. That's what you assume because you're in that lifestyle, you know. But it wasn't glorified in media, in music. It wasn't glorified like that. So if you're hanging around in those circles, you know what you're getting yourself into. That's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying that's an excuse.
I'm still trying to figure out how you guys are saying
that's not an excuse.
That
but what I'm saying
correlates to him drugging women and raping them.
Because if you're hanging out,
I don't understand the correlation here.
If you're hanging out in certain circles,
that means you're gonna get drugged.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But if I have a party, right, and all my friends smoke weed. All my friends smoke weed. I'm gonna expect that weed smokers are gonna come. And you know what? I might make some brownies and not tell nobody I put weed in it because I'm assuming everyone's down to get high.
Right.
That's a fair assumption for me. No? If all my friends around me, if everyone that hangs out in my social
Bill
circle...
Cosby didn't drug these women at the party. He brought them home where they were just the two of them.
But that's another thing too. I'm not justifying
You make a drink for me and you drug...
Yes, we're not...
put drugs in the
I'm
drink
not justifying it.
Without my knowledge.
Why did it go to Bill Cosby's house in the first place?
Yeah. And that's my question.
How did it
Does it fucking matter?
Yes, it
does.
Why does it matter? He drugged them.
So what was the point of going to his house in the first place?
You're trying to... Are you guys really trying to make a justification why he drugged them?
No.
So what the fuck does it matter?
What's the point of going to his house?
I don't know why they went. I know he drugged them and raped them. That's bad. What's the issue here?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think they were going to smash if they didn't get drugged?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
You're asking me a hypothetical. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
What I do know is he drugged them and raped them.
Okay.
I don't know.
Why do I have to put anything else on that?
No, but I'm just saying, but to say what
everyone, you can't just look at one side. What you're doing right now.
I'm not looking at one side. I'm looking at the situation that's in front of us.
And raped them.
I'm looking at the situation in front of us right here.
Right. And that's part of the situation.
You're creating like the whole, okay, the backstory.
Yeah,
we're not creating.
I don't need a fucking plot to this because he's going to jail.
But see, and this goes.
I don't need a fucking plot.
No, but Matt, he's going
to jail.
No, but Matt, of course,
for drugging women and raping.
He drugged rape.
Bye.
Listen. He drugged rape girls. Anybody who does that deserves to go to jail.
Yeah.
No question. But it goes back to a couple weeks ago when you had the conversation about the baseball player, right? You need these things need context. These things need context because we look at a domino, right? You look at a domino effect. If this domino had stopped, if we had stopped this domino from going down here, all these dominoes would have stayed up. That's what I'm trying to say.
Did we need context for Ray Rice punching his girl in the face?
Yes.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did,
dude. It's like a domestic case. You're gonna if you don't have
you got caught on tape punching your girl in the face. knocking her out, then dragging her out of a fucking elevator. We didn't need context.
Got hit in the face.
Let me ask
We
you.
did not need context for that.
Yes, we did.
Because they got his ass out of here quick, fast.
Okay, let me.
So with that baseball player,
you need context.
watching him literally beat his girl down a flight of stairs.
How did it get there?
I don't need fucking context for that.
So what would you have done? So you wouldn't want to know what happened before. You don't want to know what happens before a situation. The extremity of a situation.
No.
So you don't want to know to avoid that
I
from
don't
that happening.
need to know.
No,
What
but
I
you're just
saw is
gonna-
enough for you to get your ass out of here.
No, but what I'm saying, okay, so you want the extreme to happen. You want the extreme to happen so we can weed that out. When we can find out what is leading to that point and see the signs and get them out before that.
Okay, so
No, but that's what I'm asking you.
if we find out what happened before,
Yeah.
okay, what?
We get him out of there before something worse happens. That's what FBI does. That's what any major crime force does. They look at chain of patterns so they can stop it. They don't want to wait for an extreme to happen for us to get rid of somebody.
Look,
you
as far as we know,
and you need context for
As
that.
far as we know, this could have been the very first time he ever fucking did it.
Regardless of whether the first, yeah, but
could've
now,
never-
that's hypotheticals.
you could've-
That's
but
you're
that's what I
living in
mean.
hypotheticals now. But we
But that's
don't-
not even you saying we need to know what happened before.
No, but my argument now is that
You put your hands on someone,
but
you
the
fucked up.
No, but the argument now is Matt, is that you're saying that you don't need context to things. You do need context to things.
If you put your hands on someone, you fucked up.
She hit him. She hit him first. She fucked up?
And if she
Did
hit him
fuck up?
first,
No, she did. She did. It's on the tape. Ray Rice's wife. She slapped him twice
And spotted in his
and
face.
spat in his face.
he should have walked away. I'm not saying she's right for that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's right for
Your own
that.
argument.
No,
just-
because she. But you see, she could have got fucked up for that if he had did the right thing. What did he do? Punch her in the fucking face.
But-
So
hold
it's
on.
wrong that he punched her back?
No.
I'm saying both of them are wrong in that
no.
situation.
But you-
knock her the fuck out, bro.
But that's not
It's
even.
Ray Rice.
That's what I mean, bro.
It's Ray Rice. He's one of the best athletes in
That's
the
what
world.
I mean.
Listen, if I punch the Rock and the Rock punches me back, I get knocked out. Whose fault is it?
If you punch the Rock,
No, but I'm saying, whose fault is
That's
it?
your fault.
It's my fault now.
But Matthew,
So you're victim blaming me?
But Matthew,
if you punch the
victim
Rock,
blaming me?
if
Why?
you punch the Rock,
Why?
you fucked up.
Why?
But I'm saying,
No, wait.
With Ray Rice's,
watch.
no,
Why?
I'm saying,
No. Why did I
with
fuck
Ray
up?
Rice's
Why did I fuck up if I
wife
punched the Rock?
like slapping him, that was stupid
No,
for her to do.
Matt,
but he should have walked
Matt,
away.
Why did I fuck up for punching the Rock?
Why did you punch the Rock? I don't know.
I was mad. He did something to me. You say something bad. I punched him. Why am I stupid for punching the Rock?
Because you shouldn't hit people.
Why?
You shouldn't hit people.
Why am I fucked? No, I shouldn't hit people.
The same way his wife's gonna hit her-
Okay,
hit
so
him.
so she's wrong.
Yes, I'm not saying she's
the
right.
aggressor. she started it.
I'm saying she's
he
wrong.
should be-
I said she's wrong for doing that.
But here's what you're
But
avoiding.
I also said
No,
he should have walked
no,
away.
Here's what shouldn't she have walked away?
Yeah, she should have.
Okay, so why is he wrong for swinging back? Is what I'm saying.
Because you're not supposed to hit people.
You're not supposed to hit. No, say what you want to say. You're
I
not
am
supposed to
saying
hit
it.
women.
No, you're not supposed to hit people, period.
I agree with you.
People,
but
keep your fucking hands to yourself.
But why are you putting so much more emphasis on Ray Rice being wrong than her? Because you are.
To the fuck out.
It's Ray Rice. It's a strength difference. This is what I was trying to explain to you.
knocked her
but
the
here's
fuck
what I'm
out.
trying. But here's what I'm trying to explain
He
to you.
knocked her the fuck
Here's
out.
what I'm trying to explain to you, and this is what you were trying to avoid when.
No, I'm not avoiding anything.
I'm gonna explain to you.
I don't mince words, bro.
No, but
I'm not
saying
avoiding
you're missing
anything.
words. I'm just saying. Here's what you were trying to avoid when I asked
No,
you.
don't tell me what I'm trying to avoid.
Okay. Here's what you were.
I'm not avoiding anything.
Here's what I feel like you were gonna say when I was explaining to you about the Ray Rice, about the Rock analogy. You said I fucked up by punching the Rock.
Yeah.
Why? Because the Rock is 50 times my fucking size. I can see that. You can see that. Jay can see that, and you can see that. So you know that if I hit the Rock, it's not gonna do a odds are it's not gonna do a damn thing in comparison
I
to
don't
him
know how
hitting
weak
me.
his chin is.
No, regardless, in comparison to him hitting me.
right.
You see your man. That is your man. You know he plays in the National Football League where you have the top athletes in the world. So even if it's relative, so even if he didn't mean to, his natural strength is 10 times harder than his. So you can't compare. Wrong is wrong. So obviously, if he hits her, no,
that's what I
obviously,
said.
if he
Wrong
hits,
is wrong.
you think the intention was for him to knock her out? Do you think that's what he said? I'm gonna knock this bitch out
I
right now.
don't know what his intent was.
But that's what I'm saying.
I
You're
know
looking,
what he
but
did.
here comes the problem. You're looking at the action instead of the causality.
Yeah.
You have to look at the totality of it all, man.
Yeah, exactly. But you're looking at the two extremes.
But that's when you have to put context.
That's what I'm saying. If you need context,
you have to.
If this domino here never went down, this wouldn't have happened. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
But it's also funny that.
Let me ask you something. Lanky, if you get accused of rape and people just say you need to go to jail for rape and you had sexual relations with this girl and they found out and without any context, without any investigation, you're okay with going to jail?
That would never happen.
That's not what I asked you.
can't say that.
That's not what I asked you.
Are you okay?
Are you okay
No,
with
of
going to
course
jail?
Of
Why?
course not.
Why?
Because you got to go through a court of law.
No.
And what do you need? You get context.
and
you put it in the law.
and that's
need
my problem.
context.
I
You need
You
context.
you don't want context. You just look at the end, and that's just it. That's what happened. Don't look at the extreme.
There's no absolutes in anything.
We need to
There's no
track.
I never said there's absolutes in
But
anything.
Matt, we need to track everything that led up to these events so we can stop it. Do you think that they would have loved? Do you think that if they would have cracked down or look at like 9/11? And they could have saw these trends and be like, oh, let's just wait to see what happens, and then we'll make our moves.
Pretty much.
No,
But that's what they did, though.
but that's what they
9/11
did.
is a
But
bit of
we're
an extreme, though.
No, but it's not an extreme. It's just a different scale. It's just a different scale, but it's the same reference.
scenario. But like socially, we are fucked up because
as far as, like-
what I believe you wanted to say when you asked you that question was that Ray Rice should not hit women.
That's what I'm
Because-
saying.
And okay, I'm not putting words in your mouth, but listen to what I'm saying.
It's worse when a man hits a woman than a woman hits a man.
The same scenario happened with Jay-Z and Solange. Jay-Z kept his hand to himself, and the world called him a pussy, did everything to ridicule him for being like, being a stand-up guy.
Dude, you could call me all
Solange a
types of
hero.
pussy.
No,
all you
but
want. I don't
Solange
give a fuck.
was a hero.
Solange was wrong for that.
No, but socially, you may see it as wrong, but
Look.
on a global scale,
Yeah, women were championing her because she's stepping up for Beyonce because that's their fucking queen. I get that, but
what would have
she was
happened
fucking wrong
But
for
what
that.
would have happened if Jay-Z, like you saw the number of times? What if Jay-Z had just
call
taken
him a piece of shit?
one time?
If Jay-Z had swung, he would have been wrong for that too.
Call him a piece of shit.
But he's not defending. She was kicking, throwing her purse, punching at him. What if she was just to smush her one time? Not slap, just smush her.
If
and
he
she fell down,
If he fended her off,
which he did.
and I'm not saying like swing on her or anything. If he like tried to hold her, stop her from attacking him, that's perfectly fine. But if he just starts attacking, especially like you have your bodyguard there, you have Beyonce there, she's doing this. You saw the bodyguard hold her off. You don't need to attack her in that moment.
That's my problem, and that's my problem.
look,
is
I know
hold on. A lot of these women, and I say women because socially, society, like when a man is a victim of rape or of anything,
It's a joke.
it's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a spectacle,
Which is
made
fucked.
fun of.
because men are seen as the more
Right.
dominant sex in
And look,
society.
and right
and
now
this
we
is
have
the
a
same
situation
thing-
where we can
and this is the same
at least
thing that's
begin
playing out in Bill
to
Cosby's
change that
situation.
pattern.
Why I'm not saying if he did this and there's
He did do it.
listen, if he did this with no we don't need a judge to determine this. If there is proof, because there's no blood test to prove any of these things, it's their words against his, and 3 outweighs 1. Right? You said so. In
And
my
the story's being consistent, like you said.
yes, it's being consistent. But in my opinion, I mean, a story with a celebrity is going to be consistent. It's either the story's going to be like, well, we met at a party, he took me back to a hotel. We met at a party, he took me back to the house. He doesn't have options. He's not going to take you back door, like in the alleyway, to do this to you. Or for you guys to enjoy anything. He's going to bring you back to a lavish place. And these are things that entice women or anybody else to come back.
Especially back in those days.
But
Back in
if
those
every
days.
story
Especially back in
ends
those
with
days.
he handed me a drink and I woke up a few hours later half naked,
But no, that's not even. We're not even getting to that. What could it have been that they had too much to drink or too much drugs already in their system and they passed out?
you're making the assumption that
You're
they were
making
on drugs already.
But you're making the assumption that he drugged them.
He did. He admitted to drugging them.
He admitted to one.
He admitted to drugging them.
admitted to one.
To one, and you're guilty of all. That's my problem. My problem is just that, like, they're doing this shit, and I think they're trying to make Bill Cosby an example, and I think that's wrong. The way they're going about it,
How are they making this 80-year-old man an example?
bro. First and foremost, they're acting like this happened 3, 4, 10 years ago.
No, we know how long ago it happened.
And to me, that's a problem for me. Because if you could live your life for X amount of years and it didn't affect you, what is triggering you now to do this?
They say it's
So if a serial killer-
they say because the conspiracy theorist story is that when he was trying to buy NBC.
Oh my God! Don't start
No,
that.
that's listen. We're putting context to it.
fucking hate that.
This is all part of the story. This is all part. I'm not saying this is what I
That's
think.
tinfoil hat, bro.
No, but this is not. I'm not saying. But listen, I'm not
He's not
saying.
saying that's the real.
I'm not saying that's the reason.
No,
I'm just
I
saying
know, but
the
it's such
conspiracy
tinfoil
theory.
hat. I
The
don't even wanna, like,
conspiracy theory
bring it
is
up.
as soon as he tried to make efforts to purchase NBC, this is when Please, thank you. This is when all these issues and came about. This is when all these allegations came about, and they didn't want him to buy NBC, and all they did a little bit of digging, found all these women. They reopened up a lot of these cases,
right, and
then tried to get him out. That's why. That's not why I'm saying what happened. This is what I'm saying is the conspiracy theorist part of it.
Right, but the whole premise is, and what I'm trying to get to, is that there's no solid evidence other than these three girls' story being cohesive in the sense of what happened. Yeah. And I don't think that is suffice enough to put him behind bars for 30 years.
Because it's subjective.
And to me, that is extremely harsh. And not that what he did was wrong, but if you're going to take into context, and if this is the whole thing, you're going to say it's different judge, different jurisdiction, whatever the case may be. But there need to be some level of standard, because if an 18-year-old guy, or however young he was when he did that shit, he has his whole life ahead of him. But then you have an NBA player, not NBA, he was a college star, was supposed to be drafted to the NFL, and was wrongfully charged. And then years later, he was, the girl made her story.
Yeah. Brian
Banks, right? Why is it that now Bill Cosby, 80 years, and now he's facing 30 for something that happened back then? Are they taking into context the lifestyle these women were living? Because I'm telling you right now, if one of these video vixens or Instagram girls come up with some story like that, they're going to be scrutinized.
They're going to be laughed after.
They're going to be laughed after. So these are things that what upsets me.
But that's bothersome to me, because it's like, let's say Amber Rose comes with a situation where she's talking about how she got drugged and raped.
No one will take it seriously.
That's a problem.
It is a problem.
And
it's a problem, but her behavior brought it on herself for her not to be believed.
And what's her behavior? But what's her behavior?
It shouldn't matter, but that's what it is.
What's her behavior, though?
For being a slut. And that's what it is. And she calls herself a slut. She has a slut walk. What do you want me to tell you? I can't lie. This is what she says.
You being sexually promiscuous is not means for you to get raped.
Not sexually promiscuous. That's not what slut. She's a whore.
Okay, you being a whore for money is not means for you to get raped.
Sleeps for people for money.
Have you read her book?
No.
Read the first couple. In her book. No, but you should though. No, because I know for real though. If we're gonna talk,
I'm just saying, like, if somebody comes. And look, you guys are talking about context. We'll get into context. If somebody comes out and says they were raped, all right, you were raped, let's figure it out.
But that's what I'm saying. We'll figure it out, see what the situation is, because you look back and you have all these dudes that are like, look at all these people that were in jail for wrongfully accused rape because nobody got context.
Right.
Look, and you want to talk about Amber Rose. Amber Rose in her book says women should go out and be sexually promiscuous to fool and deceive men.
Yeah,
she
that is
says it
up.
in her
I know
book.
That quote.
So what I'm saying, and here's what I'm saying. Here's the problem where she has no credibility.
Right.
Here's the problem, and I agree with you. Nobody should slut shame. Nobody should shame anybody. Yeah. A sexual worker should not have to go and explain herself to somebody because she got violated.
No.
Right? But again,
and it's possible that she could be violated.
We need context because you're just looking at the end result. Oh, she's a sex worker. Yeah. Obviously, she didn't get raped. Yeah. This is what she does for a living.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's what I'm saying. What Jay's saying is credibility. Because at the end of the day, it goes back to what I said before.
Right.
You take the world for what it and people's thoughts for what it is, and not for what you would like it for be. So you know for a fact that this woman, if you get her to, that's why the slut march nobody takes that shit fucking serious.
Right.
Because look at the face of it. You think if Michelle Obama was the face of this march and this movement, people would be looking at.
Don't. Michelle?
No, I'm gonna do it.
But Auntie Michelle would never.
You think that's not what I'm saying.
Auntie Michelle would never.
No, but if you think Michelle,
comedian from Chicago that went to the same high school as her and said she was wild.
If she
I'm judging her from high school.
No, but my whole
judging Bill Cosby from.
But my whole point.
She graduated from 2 Ivy Leagues. Okay.
But my point is.
Auntie would never.
My point is this: is that if Michelle Obama was the leader of this female liberation, because that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
Female liberation movement, people would take it a lot more seriously.
Look, I am a heavy advocate for the free the titty movement.
Oh, God.
No more bras.
Move to New York.
Okay.
Move to New York.
You can't be serious and then make a joke like that.
But moral of the story is this.
You can't.
Moral of the story is this. Okay. We need context to life.
Yep, we do. And
We need.
think
Go
Bill
ahead.
Cosby was.
There was enough context to properly do it.
Put him behind
because
bars for this.
it's tough.
And again, like he said, it ruins someone's whole legacy, and a legacy that beyond whatever happened after his son's murder, it really had good value to especially the black community, what he was doing on TV.
A 2-parent household, black family.
Like I said, I could differentiate what he did in his work, his comedy work.
You
I
can,
do
but
that.
a lot of people cannot.
That's
Look,
something.
I'm a textbook
One of the
overthinker. I'm literally a textbook overthinker. I can't watch his stuff without thinking about all the fucked up shit he does. That's why I can't listen to R.Kelly. I listen to R.Kelly and all I'm thinking is bump and grind. Yeah, you're bumping grinding with a fucking child.
Oh.
Do you still watch?
You're feeling on your booty. Yeah, you're feeling on the child's booty. Like, that's all I'm thinking. I can't step in the name of. Yeah, you're stepping in some young child's guts.
You can't.
That's all I'm
You can't
thinking.
listen. You don't listen to Michael Jackson.
Do you
Michael
listen
Jackson?
to Tupac?
You listen to Michael Jackson?
Hey, he went to trial and he was cleared.
Oh my God.
Oh, there you go. But you listen to Tupac. Tupac went to jail for rape.
Actually, I don't listen to Tupac that much.
But you didn't say you don't. You said you not that much.
Not that much,
So
no.
you still listen to him.
Once in a blue fucking
So your
moon.
story's not consistent, buddy.
More of the
How am I
story
not
is,
consistent?
we got,
Dog, no?
You listen to Snoop Dogg too.
listen, Dave Chappelle.
Dog kill someone.
Dave Chappelle said it best.
Hey, I never said I had a problem with murder.
Listen. Dave Chappelle said it the best.
Get out of here, son.
Listen, whoa.
Gang,
Dave
gang.
Dave Chappelle and Riley.
I'll fuck around and catch a body tonight.
We don't
Listen,
condone violence.
listen.
No, we don't
the
condone
opinions of
violence.
Matt
These are
Rivera
just
do not
jokes,
reflect-
people. These are just
the
jokes.
opinions of Matt Rivera do not reflect the rest of the panel here
Oh,
today.
get out of here, Chase Hunter.
Yeah, go ahead. Feels good on my skin. It's polyester. So, what was I saying? You guys made me lose my train of thought. No, listen, Dave Chappelle and the great Riley Freeman said it best. How old is 16 really?
A fucking case, bro.
Absolutely, it's a case.
That's how old it
But
is.
let me ask you a question. When you all were 16 and somebody whipped out this shit and wanted to pee, are you standing there? You staying there, or are you getting out the way?
There you go.
Oh, I
I
completely
mean,
agree with
listen, I'm not going. Listen,
I
I'm not going to judge your.
completely agree with that.
I'm not going to judge your sexual preference or your sexual.
No, exactly. I
but I'm just
completely
saying,
agree, but
if
understand.
you, at 16, I think you're old enough and you're cognitive enough to know if you don't
wanna
want
get
something,
pissed on.
Oh,
you leave.
I 100% agree with that, but understand too, golden showers are technically a sexual term, which make them fall under the lines of sexual acts.
Bro, but still,
Absolutely.
But
again,
but a girl, you're hitting a chick. She doesn't go do all the anal stuff. You put it in and she doesn't move. It's almost telling you to continue. Most girls,
I ain't gonna go something.
no, but
Never perform anal unless she's done an anal prep.
well, I'm not an expert in that.
go something. I'm not going. I'm not going down. I'm not going down that
Because the
road.
last thing you want is poop everywhere, bro.
Listen, the thoughts and opinions of Jamal does not reflect on the rest of the
Okay,
panel.
Jason Hunter.
But I'm just saying, if somebody doesn't want something, they
They don't
tend
speak
to-
on it.
No,
Yeah.
look. Clearly, she wanted to get the
Pissed off.
goldenness of the golden shower.
Absolutely.
So then R. Kelly shouldn't be punished for that.
He should be. He did it to a minor.
Well, she lied about her age.
So let me ask you a question. Should Akon go to jail? Should Akon be in jail?
Oh,
What did Akon do?
You don't remember that
that
story when he's
story
in
in
Trinidad and he was
Trinidad,
bumping
yeah.
and grinding on the preacher's daughter? Who's 15?
yep.
Whoa, no.
You never heard that? Okay, so let me
I legit never.
That
heard
was
that.
huge news, bro. So
Even
he
my
goes
mom
to
knew
Trinidad.
about
So
it.
he goes to Trinidad to perform a show. Right? So the girl, blame it on me. Sorry, blame it on me. Go listen to that track. Watch the music video and see what it's about. So he goes to his show, and you know how they carry on in Trinidad. Everyone's grinding,
everybody walking up
everyone's
and
planting,
singing,
everyone's. So the girl, the preacher's son, the preacher's wife, the preacher's daughter, went to the show, snuck in, got through security, got through the club promoter, and got through all the people to get to the front
row.
She was in the front and got picked up. So Akon is just doing what everybody does in Trinidad. They dance, they palance, and they do all types. They wild out. Come to light, she's a minor. She's 15.
So wait,
16.
did they have sex or something? Like,
No.
No.
oh, they were
were
just dancing on stage.
But
dry humping on the stage, but he got flack for it.
Oh, it was a ting.
One of
It
those
was a
things.
ting.
It was a ting.
Got a bubble or three.
Yeah, it was a bubble.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Look, why are you
okay.
smiling?
No,
But here's what I'm saying. Should Akon be faulted for that?
no.
Why not?
Why?
I'll tell you what. He's at a show in a situation where he brings someone on stage, person dances with him. He hasn't done anything illegal.
Stop saying the word technical.
I love the word technically.
Stop saying technically.
Because technically
is like a cover-up word for something you shouldn't be doing, but because it's not documented or
technically,
like that's, you know what I mean?
The word
like,
technically means I'm going to do something in a technical sense.
No, technically means I'm going to do something I know I shouldn't be doing more.
Technically, I'm going to finish my statement so I can technically
go ahead.
make you go on. So yeah, no, he didn't do anything illegal. He just, it's a bad look.
Okay, but R. Kelly pissing on a girl. He didn't do nothing illegal either. Technically, he was peeing. She just wasn't.
He didn't know.
And he didn't know.
He didn't know.
Technically, it's a sexual act.
He didn't know. Regardless of a sexual act, Akon did not know.
A guy who has
the same
a pattern.
circumstances. It's the same circumstances.
This is a sexual act.
A man who has a.
It's the same.
But
It's the same.
If you're talking about a history, what would you say to a cop who have a history of running into ignorant black people and he shoots the fourth one? Are you going to justify that?
How did we get here?
No, absolutely not.
But that's my point. You can't.
You're a cop. Your job is to protect and serve.
But you can't say because he has a history of you.
I don't know how we got here because I wanted to jump to Kanye.
But back to what we were saying. Finish those. Final thoughts on this. That's what I'm saying. Under the same circumstances, right? He did not know, so you can't get mad at R. Kelly for doing something he did not know.
Look, it's harder when it's a
technical.
Sexual act. No, I wasn't gonna say technically in that point. It's harder when it's a sexual act.
No, it's not.
And
no
look,
pun intended.
And look, if for that specific one, the golden shower, like
That's just nasty.
that's not the one that I'm faulting him for.
What are you faulting him for?
I fault him for the sex with underage women.
Did he know she was underage?
The one that he kept as a pet, yeah.
We're not talking about
Like you're talking
not
mostly
18?
about the videos that came out before, but I'm
not
talking
18?
The one recent there with the sex call.
recently, yeah.
She's 18.
She's 18.
She was 18.
No, he had the one he had sex with was 8. There's another one who was 16 years old that came out before, like maybe like a couple of months ago.
But you just used the example as the pet. The pet, she was 18.
No, 16-year-old.
No, sure.
No, the example you just used, the pet, the recent
The one he kept. She was confirmed as 18.
18.
Okay, when I first heard her, she was 16.
She's 18.
Either way, he's been doing a lot of fucked up shit to black women.
It's weird. It's weird, but it's not illegal. You shouldn't. I'm still dancing and stepping in the name of love. I'm still doing electric slide when I go to the weddings.
And yeah,
R.
Bill
Kelly's outta here,
Cosby's
bro.
going to jail
Sorry.
without proper context.
But I'm still gonna watch. Gonna watch the Cosby Show.
R. Kelly's team abandoned him. I'm just saying, if you want to drown with the sinking ship,
It's not about drowning. I mean, R. Kelly as a
Run with
songwriter, as an artist, is a
He's a great artist.
person.
I can
he's an
differentiate.
he's an amazing artist. Don't get me wrong, he's an amazing artist.
Right.
But fuck that shit, man.
Nah, I'm still gonna listen to his music.
Fuck
You
that shit.
fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit, man.
All right, we gotta move on to Kanye.
Move to Kanye.
Yo,
move to
okay,
Kanye.
yo, for real. That was a nice little rant. But let's move on to bigger things.
Well, final
Jason, we gotta talk about your twin. What's going on with him?
My twin. The fuck you talking
Kanye, that's what that's his nickname.
Kanye.
We used to call him Kanye.
disrespectful.
about? I know.
Yo, put a picture of Jason and Kanye side to side.
That's fucked up.
Your twin.
It's kind of funny. He even got the bubble cheeks without the
Your
accent.
Brody. I see you're wearing red today too. You know that
I'm gonna cut it off. I
that
look like a
mag.
child.
Nah, bro, is that those
No,
chipmunks?
just separate the line here. See how I got mine?
They
Mine
said
don't connect.
They said I like got
Jason
into
is
a car
Kanye with
accident.
glasses
You
on.
look, you look
Shit,
like
through the
Kanye
wire or
after
some
the car
shit.
accident.
Mine don't connect.
Jason is Kanye with glasses on.
Just tell him you can't chew gum without getting stuck between his front.
That's not a diss to me.
It's a fact. It wasn't supposed to be this.
'Cause
it's a fact. It's a
At the end of the day, man, I'm taller than him.
That's fine.
I'm better looking than him.
That's
Subjective.
That's not fine. Anybody who's seen him knows that his hairline started in the back of his head. So anybody knows that my hairline will be.
Which is
intact
why
forever.
I go bald. all
Y'all
the
want to
time.
breed? Y'all, if you're looking to breed, and y'all want your kids to have luscious hairlines for the
Everybody
rest of their
knows
life,
the
holla
hairline
at your
comes
boy.
from the mother's side.
Holla at
so.
your boy. Get at me. It's okay.
Haitian Miguel over here.
Who's Haitian?
Haitian Miguel.
Ain't nobody Haitian. Ain't nobody Haitian over here. Ain't nobody Haitian over here.
Let's go to Kanye West.
he always hates on my hairline, but
So Kanye West.
What hairline?
I really think it's because I'm 6'5" and he's
hairline?
5'2".
What hairline?
He's not 5'2".
Close
First of
enough.
all, I'm 5'10" and a half in the winter, 5'11" in the summer.
Anytime a
Oh
nigga
my
says
God,
half,
man.
they lying.
I'm
Anytime you hear half, they lying.
5'11" I'm 5'11" in the summer.
Lying.
It's okay, but anyways, Kanye
5'8".
West. Kanye West. Put
Seriously.
some context to this shit.
So Kanye has Well, I personally think he's crazy, and not because of what he said.
Before you go and say all that,
Okay,
what happened? What happened?
Kanye over the week, he had several tweets essentially endorsing Donald Trump and everything like that, saying, and basically downplaying what other people were telling him, that you can't change his mind, you can't tell him how to think. He endorsed it. He has a picture of him with the "Make America Great Again" hat, and everyone was like, "Kanye, dude, what is wrong with you?" And now we get into a little bit of context. Like, I think his wife had to like kind of check him a bit.
Yo, when Kim K is checking you,
no, she just, what did she say? She just went in and said
Kim K had to give him
how
a
he
G-check,
thinks,
bro.
and that's it.
Look, he ruined the term free thinker. Okay, because it's one thing to be a free thinker, it's another thing to mask yourself in this ideology of, oh, I love everyone, and I love what Trump is, and he's a brother to me. We have dragon energy, but everything we've seen Trump stand for.
Anytime someone brings up animals' energy or something like that, they're crazy. They're crazy. Not even
Tiger blood, dragon energy.
Same thing with Charlie Sheen.
Shut your mouth. Okay.
Stop
this is
calling people crazy.
I'm calling him crazy.
I don't think he's crazy. Don't get me wrong.
But what is wrong?
I don't think he's crazy
with Kanye liking Donald
There's
Trump.
nothing wrong with.
I don't have. Look,
there's nothing wrong with him.
my
liking
thing
Trump.
is, it's not a matter of him being a supporter of Donald Trump. If he was friends with Donald Trump prior, that's perfectly fine. It's a matter of he has this habit of just being a simple contrarian wherever he can be. Because when Obama was in office, he wasn't along these lines of these alt-right thinkers. He was nowhere near that. In fact, he was the complete opposite of that. And now he's coming in a position here where it's like Trump is in power and he's seeing a lot of hate being thrown towards the right wing. And now he's aligning himself with them because they're the contrarian side.
It's not even
But
that.
you said the same thing with you. Didn't Obama called him a jackass?
Of course.
Okay, but what wasn't he the same person who was campaigning with Obama in Chicago?
Did he call him? He called him a jackass when
he went to the Trump Towers or something like that.
No, I believe it was before that.
Let me. This is the thing.
There was something that Kanye did. It was before that.
I think it was the picture when he took it in the.
Listen. The problem I have with Kanye is that, first of all, you're the same person that said Bush does not care about black people, but you're endorsing a person who actively kicks out black people from your housing projects.
Yeah.
Try to disenfranchise your people actively, and it's seen. Bush, you never saw that with Bush or anything like that. Yeah, he's incompetent and everything like that. He didn't help black people during the flood and stuff.
Bush looks lot better now.
Bush never went to like black people's home and say, "Get the fuck out, nigger," or some shit like that, like Donald Trump did. And everyone
put a C on
knows
the top
Donald Trump
of
did
applications
that.
if it was a person of color.
And this is the reason why I say he's crazy. Is because, dude, and it's probably not crazy in the sense of mental stuff, but listen to what you said. Listen to what you said before, and look what you're doing right now. And it's like you got put in a mental institution because you had a rant with Jay-Z, and like, you're part of this whole Kardashian thing. First of all, you started dressing. First of all, you're a trendsetter.
House of Witches, like
you're a
I refer to
trendsetter.
them
You're a
as.
trendsetter in your fashion. Then you started charging $400 for a T-shirt with holes in it.
Plain white tee.
Plain white tee was $400.
You start looking like a bum, wearing bum wear, anything. Now you start dressing like a 12-year-old. I'm like, what's going on here? Something is wrong with you.
I agree.
Something's wrong with you.
I can see that. But the whole point is he wrong for liking who he likes?
The only thing that's missing
No, he's not wrong for that.
Listen, the only thing that's missing is a
He's
cap
not
with
wrong for that.
a
but
propeller on top.
People are allowed to be mad. But understand, no, like, he's not wrong for liking Trump. He's not even wrong for endorsing Trump. Where Kanye is wrong is the fact that he has not shown a single thread of consistency in his ideologies and his stances. And for his fans who have literally for years been back and forth and on the line of, should we keep supporting this guy or is it really over for him? Like, he's done a lot of things that his day one fans, myself included in that circle, being like, we would always do what we were saying before. Let the art speak for itself. You know, he does these dumb little things, but it's things that we felt, you know, we can make it past.
But don't you think it's wrong for you to call it dumb just because you don't agree with it? Because
dude,
if he was
going on stage and grabbing a mic from Taylor Swift to say Beyonce made the best video this year, that's dumb. I'm sorry, that's dumb. Because now you're taking away a woman's moment who literally didn't deserve that.
I agree.
And then after that, you're saying you made Taylor Swift famous? Dude, she was a multi-platinum artist before you ever went on that stage.
But for most people, yes. But for also, he also exposed. You got to admit what he did. She was in the news media for
of course.
He must have raged.
But she was a multi-platinum artist.
Yeah, but in the context
but I think you're taking this way beyond where he probably he said it. It's not the
basically
point.
What I'm saying
what
is
happened
Kanye has done a lot of things. Like I was telling you guys before, when he was on his Yeezus tour and he puts the Confederate flag on a t-shirt and being like, oh, we're taking the Confederate flag back. It's ours now. It was never ours. It should never be ours.
So nigger shouldn't be our word either.
I was just about to use that as an
example.
example.
You guys gonna say that nigger should not be our word either?
Granted, it shouldn't be.
But we somehow every time we have
use
a
it all
reason
the
and we
fucking
take
time.
it back. We change the word. We give power.
I was just about to use that as an example.
You can't.
Look,
you guys can't do that. I feel like
I agree with that. But as somebody who honestly doesn't use it as much as I used to,
right.
I'm just saying it's more a matter of like looking at what Kanye does, and he walks that line that always leaves that space for why am I a fan of you? And it's always there. Why am I a fan of you?
You can even see in the quality of his music. It's gone down, man.
Yeah.
It's not good anymore. It's gone
but the
down
thing
by
too,
a lot.
like us hardcore fans are realizing is the only time he ever tweets, the only time he ever does an interview is when he wants our money.
And even Charlemagne called him out on the Breakfast Club on that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there was an interview on the Breakfast Club. He called him out. Maybe the
same year when he
2
did.
years ago.
When
he
he
just did
No,
it.
it was 2 years ago.
Because he just did
an interview with Ebro.
Where he talked about how Kanye, he went out to see, not to see King, he went to LA.
He got invited to his place to he heard the album.
It was 2 years ago. Then it was 2
He
years
heard the
ago.
old
It was
album.
the same. It was the same tour, interview tour with the whole blow up on
Jay-Z.
Sway.
On Sway.
On Sway. It's the same.
So
they
yeah,
happened one day apart.
and Charlemagne said, like, have you not listened to the quality of your music? When are people don't even listen to your music anymore? When we see the quality going down, and it's been going down.
People have literally
But
been,
just like
turning.
anything else, it's just that's subjective because you may not have liked it, but some people like his
But
music.
he's not even selling as good as he was.
But
Guaranteed.
no one is selling numbers that they were selling back in those days anyway.
But I'm not talking about back
Dude,
in these
there are
days.
some
It's
people
like,
that are putting up massive numbers.
You could
Dude,
probably
J.
count them on two hands.
J. Cole just
That album
broke.
was trash.
Whether, regardless how we feel about it, he broke records
For his last album?
for the one that he did, KOD. Broke records in the first 24 hours it was out.
It was garbage. Yeah, like,
But my point is, you guys can't say, "Oh, he's crazy and his music has gone down and this and that." It doesn't. Those two, they don't correlate.
I'm not saying he's crazy.
I know you have,
For me,
but his lookalike has said.
personally, I do not think
His
he's
younger
crazy
brother.
at all. It's just I'm
good.
along with a lot of people, we are noticing the pattern of what he does. It's time for an album to come out, or it's time for a new season of Yeezy gear to come out. He just starts tweeting bullshit. He starts going on interviews and saying bullshit just to like get people riled up, and then have us either buy his album, buy his clothes, or just invest in whatever the fuck he's doing.
But that's business. That's business.
No,
My other thing
but
is,
the thing is, it's not just business, because now he's putting himself in the political space. And when you put yourself in the political space, you got to understand, it's like, as an artist, and how many times have we seen artists speak up and we're just like, man, I wish you just wouldn't talk.
Absolutely.
okay, but
You know?
I'm glad you say that. So Michael Jordan, for example, right? Very predominant, release sneakers yearly, make millions of dollars off black culture, don't stand up when black people are unjustly treated. 20% of his revenue, this is just, you could check the news, come from the prison system. Michael Jordan.
That's not true.
You can verify that.
There is a Michael Jordan, but it's not him. It's a white guy.
Oh, yes, for sure. I highly doubt it.
No, research it. Because I remember when those rumors came out. It's not Michael
But
Jordan.
my point,
It's not basketball player Michael Jordan.
what's the point?
My point is, he does this. He goes on his rant. But Michael Jordan doesn't say shit, and no one says nothing about him. Kids get shot for his shoes, and he doesn't even have the decency to come out and say nothing. My condolences, or this is not.
I
what
don't feel
want.
he should.
But what does that have to do with Kanye?
I honestly
Because
don't.
he's saying Kanye
I
is
don't-
using the media.
Yeah, but,
But the thing is, I would rather you be silent and not say a fucking word
Okay.
than open your mouth
say
and
bullshit.
prove to the world that you're just full of bullshit.
I don't think
I
he's
don't
full
feel
of bullshit.
Michael Jordan has to anytime anything happens where his shoes are involved, come out and be like, oh, this is such a devastating situation that somebody got killed over
Yeah,
shoes.
what you're saying is everyone
Like,
needs to
no.
have an opinion. Not
No.
everyone. I believe everyone does
That's
have
not
an
for
opinion.
Michael Jordan.
But
to
I
come
don't
out
think
and
everyone
talk
should
about.
act upon their opinion. Like if you really have, like I love people.
That's
who just,
literally
who,
like-
I love just cause people. I love literally people. This is how they feel because feelings aren't logical. Feelings are just this is how you feel.
Natural.
Yeah.
Some people and we live in a world where everyone needs a justification for why they're doing the things or why they feel the way they feel. When sometimes it's just I'd rather you just say
It is what it is.
just cause.
So, but that's the same thing with Kanye. for him.
Absolutely. My whole thing is this.
And,
I
but
have
that's
two
why
things.
I'm saying I'm perfectly fine with him doing what he's doing.
Okay.
The same way I'm perfectly fine with disaligning myself with him.
Exactly.
And I say this as a
But you
guy
have- yeah, okay.
who, growing up, when my great grandmother passed away, his music helped me get through it.
Okay.
Because
I-
his mom
like,
just passed away. So
literally.
reflected in his music.
Roses, that song came out a few days after my great grandmother passed away. I listened to Late Registration front and back for weeks. Like that album helped me get through that.
No, absolutely.
So I have that type of a connection to his music. But then for him to go out and just do something that not necessarily feels like a betrayal, but it just feels like, I know you well enough to know you're only doing this for the attention. And you're doing it because
course,
you
it's
have,
business.
you want our money.
Business, yeah.
It's
I don't
business.
respect that.
It's business. Everybody
I don't
does
respect that. I don't respect you doing shock value bullshit simply because you have something coming out.
But I don't think it's shock value.
It is. It is.
It
shock
is.
value.
When
He
said- but
owes you nothing.
He likes Trump and all that shit. This is something he's been saying for God
It's
knows
his
how long.
opinion.
But he's been saying that
And
before. It's
he
not the
is
first time
allowed
he's
to
coming
have
out
it.
to
And
say
he
this.
also says,
But
then-
this is what I'm saying. He's allowed to have it. He's allowed
No,
to
but he
feel
said
that
it
way.
before.
But when you go and say Obama in 8 years didn't do shit for Chicago, which you know is a blatant lie,
You saw that?
Yeah.
that's a blatant lie.
something on baseball. that
Get
we're
the
watching.
fuck out of here.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
But he said he liked Trump. But then in the other breath, 8 years ago,
I didn't even
before
see who won the
he
Tampa
said,
Boston game.
He said George Bush does not care about black people. George Bush, okay, you didn't help people in during the flooding, but Trump actively he goes out of his way to make black people suffer. He goes out of his way.
But also, you guys are looking at it from this perspective of yes, he did that, but that's him as his personal person. Like that's his individual. That's his business.
That's his
He
business,
runs his personal business how he runs. George Bush was the president of all Americans.
And now you have Trump, who's the president of all Americans,
but Jay-
and he has the power to do that on a national scale now, and he's
No, he
doing
doesn't
it.
have the same power.
And he's doing it.
Jay, here's what you're doing, and in my opinion, I don't agree with. Is that you're taking. You don't have to you shouldn't have to be forced. If you like somebody, you shouldn't have to like their whole embodiment of work. You understand what I'm saying? It's literally like an artist. You can, like J. Cole. I like J. Cole as an artist. Do I like this new album? Absolutely not. Right? Just because you agree with somebody doesn't mean you have to have their whole embodiment of work. So what I'm saying is you can't just go and say that because he said George Bush doesn't like black people, but then go and say Donald. That could be one of the things that he doesn't like about Donald Trump.
What does he like about Donald Trump?
He has to explain.
But I'm-
I
personally,
Exactly. And
I will
it's
go on
putting
record.
out tweets, and here we go with that word again, without context.
Like what?
But I will go on record and say I'm happy Trump is
because
president.
look, he goes out and he
And
supports.
the reason why I'm saying this, I'm saying this with the clarity that
You're wild.
no, listen to what I'm saying.
I would
first.
say it needs to get worse before it gets better. That's
But
what
look,
I would say.
I'm saying Trump is the mirror that white people or Americans is looking through to see how fucked up the system
You're
is.
wrong.
yeah.
They needed that.
You're wrong.
Hillary wouldn't have never.
I had
put
this
that mirror.
conversation. I actually had this conversation the other
Yeah.
day, so I'm fresh. So no,
We could go. We could go at it.
You're wrong. It's not a mirror. Okay, I'll tell you exactly. First of all, I'll tell you exactly why Trump got into office. We'll take a little bit of a wait because it's probably gonna take longer than 30 seconds. I'm sorry, but I'll tell you exactly why Trump is in office. First of all, he lost the popular vote.
Correct.
Okay, he lost popular. He won it by the electoral college.
Right.
He won most swing states. He won all the swing states pretty much.
Right.
Right. So the majority of people who voted
Right.
did not want him in office.
That's true.
Okay. Now
But that's your system.
But exactly, that's the system who Trump also said was stupid. Trump came out and said years ago that the Electoral College is dumb.
It doesn't matter. It's their system.
No. But you need to understand, he said it was dumb. I don't fuck with Trump, but I'm saying you this. To say that this is a reflection on America is wrong. Racism is prevalent. That's not even denied, right? 58% of eligible voters in the United States of America that were able to vote did not vote. That's not even half the. That's not even half the. That's more than half the country. No, because think about it. Because there's how many people are living in the states that don't even have the right to vote.
Right.
So that's 58% of people that did not even vote. That didn't even think to go out and leave their house and register.
I don't blame them. But anyways, go ahead.
You don't blame them?
Because
how do you want change if you won't go and inspire and go do the one right that you have?
Because
you want to blame this. No, but hear me out. You want to go and blame the system.
Okay.
You want to go get mad at the system, but then you have the power. The one time you have the power to go and make changes to the system, you don't want to go do it because you don't like other candidates.
Like I tell people all the time, don't complain about anything that happens in Montreal.
But
if you've never voted in a municipality.
But based on what you just said, even if those, granted, they obviously could have made a difference, but Trump wasn't there because he won the popular vote.
Trump was there because he won the Electoral College.
Exactly.
Okay.
So so as an American, they may look at it like, yo, if he's winning this, I'm not even gonna,
nobody knew that when he was gonna win.
But they knew that.
Running. No, they didn't. Do you know how the Electoral College works?
I know how it works. Yes.
With the you have a certain amount of seats. So each state votes, and then they get their seats, and their seat. You vote representatives in the state.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Absolutely.
Some states have more seats than others. Like Wisconsin would have 1. Yeah. California has like fucking 12 or whatever.
Philadelphia. Penn,
exactly. Florida has a bunch. It's the biggest swing state. Swing state.
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying is to you is that you know how the system is.
Right.
You still need to go out and vote to make sure your representatives for your state are there.
Right. I get it.
You have.
But what you're not arguing? You're not telling me why Trump is not reflective of like how most Americans.
Because 58% of people didn't vote. You can't blame them.
58% didn't vote, and the people who actually did vote for him, in the majority, did not vote for him.
Exactly.
So there's a certain percentage.
That's the data.
America
did not want him in the house.
Basically, we don't know the way America thinks because majority of America that have the right to vote didn't vote and
you can't blame racists for going out and using their. You can't say they're racist because they voted for Trump. No, they expressed. What I'm saying is, but here's what I'm saying. They went and exercise the right they had as Americans to go vote. Whether or not they're racist, that's irrelevant.
Right.
Their social opinions does not matter. They went and did what they had the right to do as Americans and voted for someone who believed that would better their lives in America. So you can't fault that. You can't fault Trump for winning.
No,
you can fault him for being a dickhead. You can fault him for being an asshole. But what I'm saying is he's not a mirror because the majority of people did not want him in office. Do you understand what I'm saying? America right now.
I get what you're. Yeah, I understand that. I could take that.
But
yes.
Again, and racism is prevalent in the States. Now, is the system itself is not racist. I'm telling you that right. A system cannot be racist. A system is designed a certain way. Now, back when in the 60s and 50s, where you literally couldn't go pee in the same bathroom as white people, that system was racist because the laws were designed to separate white people and minorities.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Now, it's not like that. The people behind the system are manipulating it to push their racist rhetoric. That's what systemic racism is. Systemic racism is racist people built behind the system to push the racist.
I mean, some system are within American culture is racist. I mean,
like what? Give me an example.
The police system.
It's not racist.
It's not.
Hold on. Listen, let me finish.
Go ahead.
The police system never existed until emancipation.
Okay.
And the people who became police, the first set of police, were slave catchers.
Okay.
So they already had a bias towards people.
But is that the system or is that the people that are within the system?
But today it's not under that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I think it is.
I understand.
That's your opinion.
The origins. That's
your opinion, but the people behind the system, the people that are within the system are not. Like, the system itself is not racist. It's the people behind it. So now, in order to get that, you need to go out and vote. There's police chiefs that you can go out and vote for every single year and hire people that are not racist. You can get people. You can vote for governors, senators, people. Put in the people that you believe will better
As you fucking should.
People, 58% of people did not even go out to vote for an election that happens every 4 years, and they're not going out to vote for something that happens every single year. But they need to go do something.
Like I said, man, especially for us, since we're Canadian, we live in Montreal. Like, if you don't vote in your municipality, don't complain about what happens federally, because don't complain on what happens in your city, because you're not doing what you need to do to make sure that your backyard is kept.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
All
right.
You can't get mad at any Trudeau's or anything because you're not taking care of home.
Absolutely.
Plain and simple.
Right. We got to wrap it up now.
Yeah, Jason's got to go see his girlfriend.
No, I actually don't have to.
Liar.
No, I swear to God.
Liar.
But
I swear to God.
Yikes.
All right, so
Getting them.
yes.
Sweet potato yams.
Yes.
You shoot a club. You're lying,
Bro, you're not.
You're shooting up the club.
You're not shooting up no club.
Oh, man.
Wait, you raw dogging it and she ain't on nothing?
She's on something.
All right.
Which one?
that's
IUD?
bullshit then.
I don't know.
Good, because I see a girl that lost her toes because of that.
Lost what?
Her lost her toes on that.
Her toes.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Fake
She said it was IUD. Was supposed to be safe.
Fake news.
I'm glad you're doing it.
Fake
But
news.
This has been great. We even talked about. I know last time I was on. I was talking to him. We were going back and forth on Twitter. You said you told me next time I come up here we gotta talk about that L that I took. Remember the story I put up on Twitter?
Yo, we need 10 minutes. We
No,
need 10 minutes.
Honestly,
No,
you don't want to
shut
hear
up,
it.
shut
You don't
up.
want to hear it.
Shut up.
We're not gonna go in.
How the fuck?
You don't want.
No, because
I'm telling you right now. You don't want to hear
I'm
it.
trying to understand the logistics of
I'm
this.
telling you, you don't want to hear it, man.
So let's do this in 2 minutes.
We can go. We can
Okay,
go
yeah.
into it, but I'm telling you.
If I remember
We're gonna
correctly,
cut it out.
you went out like it was you, this chick, your boy
not gonna
who
wanna hear it.
who plays ball.
I'm dropping names too.
No, we bleep out names.
Okay,
Sorry for the burp, guys. Sorry
I'll
for the
drop
burp.
names for y'all.
Yo, when we turn off the recording, we can drop names because I already know
so let's
who.
just have this
I already know who it is. By the way.
Do you? She told you? Oh, you ain't
I already
shit.
know
You
who
ain't
it is.
shit. You knew that.
So,
you ain't shit.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You could. Oh,
Let's go.
You ain't shit. You could have said. You could have slipped in the DMs
Yo,
and said something.
I got birds chirping everywhere.
Oh
baby.
my God. She ain't shit.
Hey, that's
Oh,
between you and her.
Watch what I tell you. Watch
That's
what I tell you.
between you and her.
Go ahead. Put context to the story.
Look, this is the story, and I want to stress the story. I'm not
sure.
saying
Now see
anything
he
as
defended
fact.
it. He about to defend it. Go
No,
ahead.
because you're here. No, because you're here, you're gonna be able to speak your piece. I'm just gonna tell you
Absolutely.
what I know. Okay.
Go ahead.
So from what I was told,
Huh?
you guys went out. You had your friend who was a ball player that came
Wasn't my
through.
friend, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, whatever. Ball players there. You guys went out. You had some drinks. Everything was chilling. Blah blah.
We were supposed to meet you that night.
You're supposed to meet me.
Remember that was the same day we went to go watch the game.
Real? Raw, yeah, that's true.
Oh, you didn't know. She didn't tell you all that. All right then.
Dude,
Proceed.
I don't know nothing.
Proceed.
Bro.
Well, don't.
I don't know
we'll talk about-
nothing.
Go,
Proceed.
go. Let's go.
I don't know nothing. Okay, all I know is.
Go ahead.
So, I heard
You heard. Through the
you guys went back to your place.
Absolutely.
The boy crashes on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
You and Shorty crash in the bed. But then your roommate hears some noises at night, and you believe those. Well, she believed the noises were that girl and that guy smashing, and then she went back into the bed for cuddles.
Accurate. So yeah. See, and I'll tell you after. Yep. Absolutely. So far, that's the story. But you said this is what
Well, I'm not saying
she said,
anything
No, but
is
this is what
fact.
she said. This is what. But what I'm asking you is, you just said this is the story I
heard.
I put up. Oh, this is okay. So she confirmed it.
She confirmed what you said. Like,
So what did she confirm?
she said? And look, these are all her words. They went out. You guys were drinking. You're having a good time. She let it be known that you guys weren't gonna hook up.
Cool. And I was fine. There was no Me Too move in here.
She said
Bill Cosby.
for two reasons. One, it happened already and not gonna happen again.
Cool.
And two, she was on her period. Okay? She didn't have to share that, but she did.
Okay.
Also, when you guys got back and you went to bed, you were basically bear hugging her all night. Look, this is what I heard. whoa. You're gonna get to say your piece.
Uh-huh.
You were bear hugging her all night because you were like piss drunk. She was a bit drunk too.
Yep.
Sound like a Crosby story.
And
Bruh.
Jay, like,
Fam.
you guys went to bed, you knocked out, and then all of a sudden the next day, you're giving her grief over something that
I'm
her roommate
giving her
heard.
grief.
And she was talking to
I'ma
the other
bring the
guy, being
text
like,
next
yo, like,
time.
what the fuck's going on? Like, has he spoken to you?
I'm gonna bring the text next time. I'm gonna bring receipts.
Dog, your phone's right here.
Nah, I got a new phone since then. I got 2 new.
Convenient. Okay? Convenient.
Why? Ooh.
What's T, buddy?
Okay, so, let me know when it's my turn.
Right? So basically, she said you bear hugged her all night, and then the next day, apparently, you asked her, did you and him fuck? And she didn't understand why. And he was like, oh, my roommate heard some noises, and you were getting pissed off, being like, yo, you fucked this guy and then came back into my bed. That's fucked up.
Right, which I mean, if it happened to anybody, I feel like they would feel some type of way. No.
And basically,
Would you not feel okay?
She was
Pause. Would you not feel some type of way about that if it happened?
That would never happen to me.
Shut the fuck
You out
up.
of your fucking mind.
Shut the hell up,
You out of your
Megamind.
fucking
Get
mind.
out of here, Megamind.
Get out
Come
of your
on.
fucking mind.
Megamind, would you?
Do you know who I am? Don't you
Proceed.
ever disrespect me, but
Okay,
ask
so
me a
proceed.
question
Let me
like
know it's
that.
my turn. Proceed was
Tell
my
your
turn.
side. Tell your side.
So it's done?
Yeah, go.
finish it.
No, it's
Finish-
good.
finish your piece. Finish your
I've said
piece.
enough. I've said enough.
Finish your
I
piece.
want to know from the mouth
So,
of babes.
Up until the point of the bear hugging, accurate.
No, tell the whole story. Tell the
That's what I'm saying.
from
No,
Josh.
but, I'm not gonna. We're pressed on time. Up until the bear hugging. First of all, ain't nobody was bear hugging. Okay, I sleep by myself. I get hot. Okay, I was drunk. Of course, I was trying to smash because I was drunk and I hit already at one point. And first of all, and I think like for me, I think it's safe to assume after a good night, we were all having drinks. We spent the day watching football. I bought food for everybody. We already had some type of vibe and connection.
Talk your shit, player.
No, because I fucked with the girl.
Talk your
100%.
shit, player.
No, I fucked with the girl because there was times when in September when I was going through.
I wish I had gunshots.
No, I was going through problems. I was going through problems with my in my personal life. My grandmother was on the verge of dying and everything. She was a person that I spoke to. She was an outlet to talk to get out my
All right.
frustrations. Everything. It was cool.
Yo, talk
It
your
was,
shit, bro.
She was cool. I was feeling her. Not gonna lie. So we get to that point. So I'm like, okay, of course I'm gonna try to smash because we have that little history. We've been drinking. She's been drinking. We smashed.
And you're thinking the feeling's mutual.
That's what I'm saying, right? If she said, "Nah, I'm not down." All right, cool. I'm like, all right. I went right back to sleep, got my little pillow, and called it a day. So the next day, now, and I found this out. I drive her up to the metro. She takes the metro home. I go home. The next day, I'm out to dinner with a friend. I receive a text from my roommate on some yo, did such and such smash such and such, and I'm like, I was caping for her at first. I was like, I don't think so. I mean, I was there in the bed, and I don't got one of them Tempur-Pedic mattresses that don't like one side moves and the other side stays still. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel movement.
You gotta upgrade your mattress, bro.
Shut up, man.
No. I'm not saying that as a shade. It's worth it, bro.
Yeah,
It's
of course,
worth
but
it.
them shit is
It's
expensive.
worth
It ain't
it.
cheap.
Dude, you spend half your life on a mattress, bro.
I agree. So
worth it.
now, with that said, so I would have felt something. So I was like, nah, I couldn't be. Plus, again, all the history, all this, that, and the other. I don't think she would do something like that.
Because you're still loyal to.
Someone told me, well, I heard something and new information. Not to mention, dude texted because her boyfriend, our fiance, it's now played ball with them. That's how they. That's
The
how.
roommate.
Yeah, that's why he came. That's why he came here to stay with us because he was staying here for his flight. So, texted him saying, "Yo, such and such gave up the butt cheeks." So if there's an issue with misinformation, she needs to talk to the man, which I know for a fact she's still doing to this day. Mind you, this happened in February, beginning of February. So
Somebody is lying. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying somebody.
So what I'm saying is this.
Somebody.
So what I'm saying is this. If I'm crazy and that never happened, there's communication that I know for a fact I can get that shit now if I wanted to.
Yo, run it, son. Run it, son, like
Want me to get
that.
receipts?
Run it, son, like that. Let's
You want to
go.
get receipts? Because I'm just saying, there's information. No. But all I'm saying, I know we can leave. All I'm saying is this. One thing I may be a lot of things. One thing I'm not going to hell for is lying. So
Don't be lying on your dick, son.
There's information.
Don't be lying on your dick.
Let's
go.
There's contact from then, set point, till now.
Right.
till now.
Yo, talk your shit.
So
young
here's
G.
what I'm saying to you is that if you're gonna go, just speak your truth. No, the only reason why I was upset is the fact that she would feel the need to disrespect somebody like that by coming back. If I would have walked upstairs and she was on the couch, I'd have been like, I don't know how you got up here.
Is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's how much just hold. But the disrespect to come back downstairs and then I gave you a lift to the metro. Let me drop the mic one time. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Don't drop the mic.
I know how much is that. Best Buy. These mics ain't cheap. I've been looking into them. But that's all I'm saying. So for going forward, so I don't mess with the girl no more. Because to me, that's disrespectful. Hella disrespectful, right? Anybody, and I know for a fact there's still contact. So if there's still contact, that means initially, you know what I mean? So
maybe just some sloppy toffee.
regardless of what it was, you came back downstairs, bro.
Then, bro, like if she was down to do that, like Mans was right next to her.
No, but even if she wasn't, if she wasn't interested, that's fine.
I'm just playing devil's advocate, baby.
No, shut the hell up. Yes, you do. If she's not interested, fine. I get it. Okay.
But don't
make
come
the
back to my
express
bed
that.
after you
Don't
do
come.
that.
Don't do that.
At least give me some top when you come back in. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want the top no more.
At least give me some top.
All right, let's wrap.
I mean, I'm a different type, though. I don't give a fuck.
We're way over.
You
Let's.
got no more.
All I gotta say is fuck the South Shore.
Yo, if you ain't my girl, shit, fuck whoever you want. Just
Fuck bro.
give me mine when I deserve. You know what I
Let's
mean?
wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Shots fired.
All right, yeah, let's wrap it up, guys.
All right, everyone. So,
Amidst all the technical difficulties we had, which you guys honestly will not notice,
Because we professionals.
I want to thank Akeem for once again coming on the show.
anything you want to plug?
It's the homie right now. Yeah,
Tell
so
you
you
what, I'm
got
not
any
gonna plug. The
shows?
South Shore. Fuck Brossard.
Yo,
Fuck the
South
Eagles.
Shore ain't done nothing to
Fuck
you,
the
man.
Eagles.
Oh, I know who it is.
I don't know who it is yet.
Yo, relax. Yo, bleep that shit out. Bleep that shit out. Bleep that shit out. Relax, relax.
I don't know who it is yet. So
Why beat it up? We keep it 100 over here at the Don't
The views of the Don't Be Mad podcast don't necessarily reflect anything that Akeem has been saying.
At the end of the day, just tell it. Don't be mad. What you gotta be mad for?
Don't be mad, yo. Don't be mad.
man.
Don't be mad. Yo,
Women
yo,
are trash.
my nigga.
Women are trash.
Don't be mad.
No,
Women are
no,
trash. Hey, I'm not saying. I love
I'm a Montreal
women.
comic. Y'all can find me at Akeem Grams with a Z, Akeem Tweets with a Z, and Akeem
This is
Snaps
Zed.
with
We're
a Z.
Canadian.
And yeah, come check out my shows. I got upcoming shows. I'll post them up on my social media. Appreciate the love.
All right, Jason, you want to plug your shit?
yeah, JJNBA, Instagram and Twitter. Those are our letters. Just reach me, and the same thing. Don't Be Mad Pod for the Instagram, and the same thing I guess is for the Twitter. And Matthew.
No, Jamal, you got anything to plug?
Nothing to plug, bro.
Man, why you here? As,
I love it. Jamal be like, listen, anybody who has my number is meant to have my number.
You did.
All right.
You don't have it.
As for myself, you guys know me. I'm at LeftyLucky_ on Twitter, Matt Scorpio on Instagram. You can find me on the Facebook Don't Be Mad page. Once in a while, I post if like you guys are saying shit. But other than that, I do not open Facebook outside of that unless my family are talking to me. But I would just like to thank you all for listening to this crazy up and down episode that we just had. It was fun as fuck to
It was
do.
really fun. Actually, yeah,
We will definitely have
Yep, we'll have
Akeem back. You know, Jamali always comes in.
Bring the second party to the store.
And like I said, once hey, maybe I'll contact.
Bring the
If she's down, I'll bring her. If she's down, I'll bring her.
Don't
But once again, I do want to say happy birthday to Jamal and a special shout out to my brother. It was his birthday this week, so happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday
A
to
special
Andre.
shout out to my boy Andre.
Andre,
We went all out last night. We got ridiculously drunk. I'm quite sure I did some extraordinary
Quaalude.
pharmaceutical things. It was good
Happy
times.
birthday to my girlfriend Christina.
Oh, you're saying names?
Yes.
We're on a first name basis.
I can say her name. I can say her name. Happy birthday. And,
Thank you guys so much
yeah,
for
thank you
listening,
guys.
man.
And we will see you guys next week. Take
Yeah,
care.
hold it down. We love you all. Peace.